Welcome to module number 3. In this module, I will tell you how to set up your prices, manage your sales, increase the growth of your business, and manage your office. Congratulations on completing your first motorcycle set. Now you're ready to sell them. But before we choose the price, we need to know how the price and quality is connected. Now, as you know, you require parts, equipment, and employees to assemble motorcycles. Then you can sell them to stores, and stores can sell them to buyers. As you already have noticed, parts and equipment of higher quality require more cash. In other words, their price is higher. The same goes about the employees and their salaries as qualification grows. Thus, we can say that there is one general rule in the market. The higher is the quality, the higher is the price. There are certain exceptions. However, in this case, most of the time that's the case. The question is, how can you use that when you are entering a market with your production? Usually, having a product of higher quality is a big advantage. Let's say you have a competitor that has quality 1 and a certain price for that quality. As you have quality 2, you can enter the market either selling the higher quality production for the same price or asking for a higher price. In first case, your profitability will be in the volume of the sales, as you will be selling more compared to your competitor. If, however, you choose case number 2, then you will be selling less, but your profitability will be lying in your margin. And naturally, as quality rises, so does the price. In order to find out what is the price and quality ratio in the local market, you have to analyze the local market. However, if you have a contract on your hands, the situation is slightly different. Every contract has its terms and conditions. Yours is no different. As you can see, here are the quality ranges and the prices that your client is willing to pay. As you can see, the higher is the quality, the higher is the price. Now, if your set price will be higher than given in this list of terms and conditions, the client will not buy your motorcycles. That's up to you to find optimum combination. In your case, I would try to decrease the costs of the production and to increase the sales price. Don't forget that you also have a contract for the tires as well. Now, let's move on to Simformer Business Simulation to see how you can manage your production and set prices. I will show you how to set up prices in your motorcycle factory in our simulation. In order to do that, from the main company screen, choose your motorcycle factory and go to the tab Production. In this tab, as you see, there's a lot of information. As your first turn is complete, you can see how much of motorcycles you can produce per turn. That is under the column named Output. In stock is the production that is already produced and available for selling. You can also see not only the quantity, but the quality and the prime costs. Orders, naturally, will tell you how much you have orders from your clients. And available gives you the amount that you can sell. In the field price, you will input the price for your production. And distribution policy describes to whom you are selling. The maximum volume will limit the order that can be made by the client. From the drop-down menu, you can choose the policy of the distribution. In this case, I will choose to any customer. Same as you, I have a contract on my hands. I have a client that is willing to pay a certain amount for my production. In this case, as my production falls under certain quality range, the price for it is 18,000. After you're done with customizing, choose Save Changes. As you can also see, there are certain hints given below. All the raw materials that are needed, the amount that is required, the amount that is purchased, it is ordered, and the quantity that is available in the warehouse already for the manufacturing. Also, it gives you a note if your quality of your parts is too low to achieve maximum available quality. It will be giving you a hint what kind of quality you should be aiming at. Even though we have a contract on our hands and we have a certain buyer, if we match the quality and the pricing right, we still would like to analyze the local market and see how competitive we are with our prices and quality combination. In order to do that, press on the link given near the motorcycle. In this window, you will see a list of all possible suppliers. Naturally, there are the independent ones and real players. As you can see, these are my motorcycles I'm trying to sell, with the price and quality already. As you push the button Save Changes, the system will automatically include you into the supplier list. But in order to do that, you need the production you can sell. Here you can see prices and quality available in the market, including what kind of motorcycles are available at all. Take into consideration that all the players that will be playing the game at the same time as you are will be choosing from this list. Thus, there is a chance that not only the buyer will be choosing your production under the contract rules, but also there are other players who might find your production price attractive. Now that you know how to manufacture and how to sell, let's talk about the next step. It's increasing the scales. So how do we produce more motorcycles? The answer is actually very simple. We need to create more active workplaces. For that, you need to order new equipment and hire new people. However, there's one risk. Never forget that equipment and employees will reach your factory on the same turn you requested for them. But the parts will reach your factory only after one turn. Plan your actions properly. Otherwise, all of your new employees will be sitting without a job, and there will be no parts in your warehouse to use to manufacture new motorcycles. As you hire new people, there's also one additional task you will have to manage. That is the size of your office. Let's go into business simulation to see how your office operates. You can access your office from the enterprise list. As mentioned before, your office is responsible for the administrative tasks. Here you can see the number of employees, the size of the office, and certain expenses you have. From the starting position, you will have 4 employees and 4 computers, meaning you will have 4 active workplaces. The system will give you a hint how much people you need to manage your administrative load. As you will be increasing the amount of workers in other subsidiaries, the level of administrative load will be increasing, and thus in the need for additional people. In order to hire more employees, you can click on Employees and Salary. It works the same way how it works in the factory. You can change the number of employees, their salary, and see how it affects their qualification. When you hire additional people, you will also need to be sure that you have enough computers for them. Click on the equipment. Same way as it is managed in the factory, a pop-up window will appear with a list of suppliers that can provide you computers. It is managed the same way. As you will be increasing the scales of your activities, I would recommend checking the office recommendations every turn. Also take into consideration that when you buy computers of higher quality, it affects the amount of people needed as well. Now you know how to manage your office. The task for this module is to continue the management of the production line in both of your facilities. Also, manage your sales and increase the scale of your production activities.